Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new, exciting episode of Bahrain Now as we bring you the latest talks and trends and happenings from around the kingdom. I'm your host, Bara Abdallah. Stay tuned, more coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a deep dive in the first and largest cylindrical aquarium in the Middle East. It's located here in Bahrain and particularly in the Mall of Del Monia, occupying all 4 levels of the mall. Let's dive deeper into the aquarium as we welcome tonight. Here with us is the manager herself of the mall, Miss Rebecca Arnold. Good evening.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, definitely. We are in an exciting time, especially you just opened up with the aquarium.
Yes.
And all is happening.
Yes.
So Mall of Del Monia, I love the name Del Monia.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
It's just the name, Del Monia.
Yeah.
Tell us more about the mall.
Well, the mall is quite special to me, actually. I've been working on it for a number of years.
Oh, wow.
And it's special and unique in the sense that it has so many different attractions that are not offered here in Bahrain. So, for example, the aquarium on 4 different levels. So this is, you're not going to find it in any other shopping mall here in Bahrain. So we've got about 2,500 fish, 85 different species. And it's quite a spectacular attraction. The cafes are situated around on the perimeter as well. So you can have a beautiful experience in a cafe or a restaurant and dine right by the aquarium. And what's most unusual about it is the fact that on the top floor, second floor, there's a diving platform. So we can actually have people who are certified divers go down the aquarium, and we have other attractions such as feeding the fish and petting the fish. Wow. So we have divers who are actually trained to go down and teach the fish. So I didn't know it was possible actually to teach fish.
Yeah, I was going to ask.
No, you can. So they're feeding by hand. A lot of the large fish have come from Australia. That's where I'm from. Okay. So it was quite a challenge bringing them over from Australia, particularly during COVID, the pandemic, which caused so many obstacles for everybody. Okay. So the fish actually were hand caught and they were put into a special facility, making sure that they are looked after. And then they were transported from Cairns to Brisbane, and Brisbane to Abu Dhabi, and then to Bahrain.
That's a long fly.
Yeah, imagine the jet lag, right? It was 40 hours. It was a lot.
Poor fish.
Yes.
But why from Australia?
We have the Great Barrier Reef there, so we have a wonderful selection of fish, tropical fish. Okay. So what we wanted to do is have some really spectacular looking fish in the aquarium, and if you've been there, you'll notice that they are quite amazing in terms of the color. So we have so many different varieties, 85 different species in fact. And because the aquarium has been, 17 meters in depth, so what you'll have and what you'll find is different types of species. Some fish prefer to live on the reef, black-tip reef sharks. Right. We're training them to go down to the bottom because they just want to hang around the top.
Yeah, it's like I just like to be right there, with the elite.
Yeah, they want to stay on the top of the reef, and we have other fish that will go right down to the very bottom, and they're very happy down there. So we have blue-spotted stingrays, we have puffer fish, we have chromas, we have damsels, we have so many different varieties.
Wow, I can feel right now, school trip right now going there, it's like name me 5 fish.
Exactly. Well, it's funny you should say that. Really? Okay. Because we'll be working with schools, so that's one thing that we want to do. So it's not only an attraction for people and it's not only entertainment, but we want to provide an educational opportunity for children and also people, adults as well, because the ocean environment is under threat. Right. Everybody is sensitive to this, and they know what's going on in terms of global warming. Right. So what we want to do is, at the shopping mall, is contribute back into the community by providing educational programs, working with the schools and community groups, so children will understand the delicate ecosystem and what they can do to help preserve it and protect it.
That's amazing. I love that. I mean, because the fact is they should know more than their Safi, Majboos, and Shanad.
Yeah, exactly.
So there is more than those 3. I mean, they taste amazing, they look good, but they're more than just Safi.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it's a great opportunity. So we were going to work with schools and to integrate this into the curriculum. There's something else that we've been talking about just recently, but this is on the drawing board, and that's turtles, the rehabilitation of turtles. So we're trying to look at how we can incorporate that too in the program. So it's quite interesting. I mean, you know, to watch it every day, you'll see something different. It doesn't get boring because there's a different experience every time you visit the aquarium. And it's quite also very relaxing too. If you're feeling stressed out, having a coffee by the aquarium is a great way to chill.
I've been there once, and I sat down. I'm like, I'm just gonna watch for the next 3-4 hours, like a screensaver.
It's really relaxing. It's very, very nice. It's very therapeutic. So if you just want some time out for yourself, or if you want to bring the children, and it's a great opportunity too, because you know some people don't have a diving certificate. Some people are too scared to go diving. So you're not going to experience that, are you? So by having the aquarium so, you know, over 4 different floors, and it's so deep, 17 meters, that's the sort of experience you'd get if you were diving.
Wow, wow, wow. The question is, what even sparked the idea to begin with? To have the aquarium at the mall? Was it like revolving around the aquarium, or was it like a last minute thought, or you always had it there on the drawing board and like, you know, it's time to make that happen?
Well, the owners and the stakeholders did want this. This was something that was quite special to them. They wanted to have something for Bahrain. It is the first of its kind here, and actually in a shopping mall, it's the first cylindrical aquarium inside a shopping mall of this magnitude. So once again, is quite unique in that sense as well. So the owners did want something unique for Bahrain, for the residents here, something that would also be appealing for tourists when they came. So tourists visiting, and they like to see the aquarium. So it was already there on the drawing board. They wanted to have something unique and different, and even when you come into the mall, you will see, you know, 4 different entertainment zones. So they're also quite unique and special, such as the climbing, and we've got the football fields, got 2 football fields.
There you go.
Ice skating. And the beautiful children play arena. So we do have very, very different things in the shopping mall that you can't find elsewhere.
Amazing. I mean, right now, behind the scenes, we got our director, Mahmoud. It's like, dude, it is beautiful. They have the dancing fountain as well on the side and everything.
Dancing fountains, yeah.
It's like super excited about it. It's like, you know, the moment he came here, like, the talks has been all about the aquarium. And it's like, it's been the center of attention for a lot of people. But from your perspective, being in the mall, how was the reception?
Well, we had an official reception on the 15th of September. It was a beautiful evening, so a lot of people were invited. Many of our tenants were invited as well. So this is really going to kickstart the events that we'll be doing around the aquarium, such as the fish feeding. For example, people will be able to book to come to fish feed. So you can get into the aquarium. That's called wet fish feeding. And dry fish feeding is when you're standing outside and you're putting the food into the water. I've done that. It's very easy. You don't have to get wet. You don't have to put on a wetsuit or any gear. It's very good. So the fish actually will come up close to you, and they will start to nibble.
Do you have a favorite fish by any chance? Did you name a fish by, you know, you
I haven't named any yet, but I do like the sharks. I like the sharks.
Sharks.
Yeah, I like the sharks.
Wow.
Very mysterious. Very mysterious creatures, but I do like them. Yeah. I don't necessarily want to go diving with them, but I do like them. Yeah, and the stingrays are really pretty. They're very pretty. The blue-spotted stingrays are beautiful.
Man. Predominantly, they're all from Australia, right?
We have we have some fish that are locally sourced, and some from the Philippines as well. Yeah.
Do they get along?
Ironically, yes, they do. I was actually questioning why don't the sharks eat the smaller fish, but I think we feed them quite well, so they're not hungry, because and who counts them? But we have 2,500 at the moment, and we're expected to have about 4,000 at maturity. So we still have some fish coming from Australia, by the way.
More fish coming in.
Further varieties.
So is it like there's a certain number you want to reach to, or it's just depending on the size?
No, well, that's also a very important point, obviously, because of the capacity of the aquarium. Only so many fish can be accommodated, but it's about 2,500. We're close to that at the moment. I think we're about 99% there.
Wow.
But we have a few species that we'd like to add, but they've been actually quite difficult to catch, so I'm told. And they've gone out onto the reef in Australia several times to try and catch them, and they'll have to go out again. And even catching the fish is not an easy feat because of the waters in Australia, the storms. Even when I was communicating with the people, there was heavy waters, heavy seas, and they had difficulty trying to catch the fish. So
Wow.
they have to send the boats out several times. But we've gone through so many challenges, so we're there.
Amazing. I can only imagine the emails going back and forth. How's today? Not really.
Yeah.
And they take you pictures and
Yeah.
videos. And oh,
Yeah.
wow, that's a long process.
We've made a beautiful documentary.
I would love to watch that.
Well, I'd love to share it with you.
Definitely.
So we screened that at the opening, and it was actually very, very good. I was really pleased with it. So it's taken footage from Australia and the facilities where the fish are caught and they're kept and they're looked after. Behind the scenes at the mall, we have tanks in the basement. We have a holding area where the fish are kept in quarantine. So even when they come from Australia
Wow.
or the Philippines,
Wow.
they're kept in quarantine. So we make sure that they're all fit and healthy before they're actually let into, or released, should I say, into the aquarium.
Wow, I can only imagine like how even the process of interviewing a fish. It's like, what do you think you're fit for the aquarium?
No,
I speak Arabic.
Well, I guess the local fish speak Arabic. There you go. But
I'm just
no,
guessing.
it's been quite challenging throughout the whole period, bringing them here and integrating them. But I think everybody feels a sense of achievement in being able to do so, because also it's been the first time that an aquarium has been tested and commissioned remotely.
Right.
Because a lot of the
Right.
people, we have an international team dedicated for the aquarium, and the teams that should have been coming in and being here in Bahrain whilst we're opening the aquarium and testing and commissioning the aquarium itself and integrating the fish, they couldn't be here. So we're all locked down, remember?
Right.
No one could get in.
Right.
So we had teams here communicating with teams abroad.
Amazing.
And yes, so it was quite challenging. So
Okay.
that's the first time it's been done in the world. I actually met one of the gentlemen the other day for the first time. We've been communicating on Zoom for the last year, almost 2 years, and he's Australian as well.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we've just met each other actually when he came to visit. So he said, and a lot of people were disappointed that they actually couldn't be there to see the aquarium, but they're now there. But it's been a lot of hard work, and we have an international team looking after the fish. So we have biologists, aquarists, we have divers, so yeah, many skilled people.
Wow. Myself, working for the Supreme Council for Environment and being exposed for information about the ocean and the fish and all of that. Hearing this right now is just an honor and a pleasure.
Oh wow, that's
all
fantastic.
the amazing
Thank you.
work you and your team been doing. So I want
Yeah.
to say thank you so much
Thank you.
for making this happen. It's been a tremendous effort taking place, and now you're here telling us of the story casually. It's
Yeah.
just unbelievable.
Well, I'd love you to come and visit the aquarium again. You can come and have a
You
coffee with
bet.
us.
Oh, you bet I will. And I want to see which fish is going to be my friend. I'm going to give him a Bahraini name, maybe.
Oh, really?
It's like, here's Joseph. What's up, Joseph?
Well, there's some very peculiar looking fish, but I think that they're quite cute actually. They're quite cute, but they're quite odd looking. Yeah.
Okay, well, I can't imagine to do that. Any last words to your viewers?
Well, I look forward to everybody coming and visiting the aquarium, and we welcome everybody. So I look forward to having more people come and visit us and share the experience.
Most definitely. It's been an honor and a pleasure having you with us right here on Bahrain Now.
Thank you so much. Pleasure. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what are you waiting for? Let's all go to the aquarium and have a lot of fun with positive vibes. All that took place in an interview right here with Rebecca on Bahrain Now. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on to our artistic segment of the day, we're joined by a passionate artist that expresses so deeply in so very simple strokes. We're joined tonight by Waad Al Mansour. Well, good evening, Waad. How are you?
Good evening. I'm good. How are you?
I am actually fascinated right now. I feel like, oh my God, what is happening over here? This is all too
Thanks.
beautiful. It's like the roses and that. Yeah, that is something else. And you get the swan. So tell us about your art. How did you start all of this beauty?
I started when I was a little kid, maybe 5 or 6 years. I was just drawing, sketching, messing around like every other kid. I didn't take it seriously. I know that I'm good at this, but I didn't take it seriously. I was just messing around in my free time.
Right.
And when I'm an introvert, so I would rather stay home and chill by myself, draw or whatever, sketch, yes, rather than go out with my family playing with a kid. I was always alone at home.
Okay.
Maybe that's what makes me improve myself. Like
Interesting.
Practicing at home alone, my own vibes. And then I had this gap, maybe 2 years or 3 years. I didn't sketch, I didn't draw or anything. I was just scrolling on my phone and I saw that picture of a drawing that I really like. And I thought, maybe I can do it. Maybe I can try to draw this picture.
Okay.
And I did. I was just on the vibes, playing my favorite music.
All right.
And
What's your
you
vibe
know,
with the music?
classic, like Mozart.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It's weird.
No, it's a vibe.
Yes, I like that one, I think. I was just drawing in my own vibes, and I didn't expect any good results or anything. I didn't draw and paint or draw or sketch
Right.
2 or 3 years ago. So I didn't expect anything, but I got shocked from the result.
You shocked yourself.
Yes.
It's like, was
Like,
this
whoa,
me?
I did that.
Was this me?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yes, I was like, whoa, this is me. And I took a picture and I showed it to my family, and they were very, very supportive.
Amazing.
Yes, they
Amazing.
share the drawing on WhatsApp groups or
Okay.
everywhere.
You went viral.
Yeah,
Huh?
and everyone was impressed. So I was like, maybe this is my thing, because I wanted to try everything. I told my dad to buy me a camera. Maybe I will be a photographer. I told my mother I want a violin. I used to play a piano when I was a kid.
Wow.
Yeah, but I stopped that. I don't know why.
So pretty much you have this artistic tone, you know, you're just chill and all that. And the way you dress up, you do have this Beethoven-ish contemporary look to it. So that's very interesting.
Yeah.
And all is being translated through your arts. So now, all your art pieces, are they a reflection to a thought,
Of course.
to a message?
Of course.
Okay.
Every one of them.
Wow. So I'll keep that for last. Because
It's
like
interesting.
what is going on over there? It's like even the producer, the director Mahmoud was like, what's happening? So tell me, let's start with this beautiful art piece right here.
This is inspired by Swan Lake music,
Okay.
classic music by Tchaikovsky.
Mm.
I was listening to it the whole time when I was painting it, and it's actually, there is a story behind the music, and it's related to ballerina and swans, and you know, that's really inspired me to make this painting.
Wow.
It was all about the music.
Wow.
That's how much I love the music.
Apparently, because you know, as you've been painting and you're listening to the music at the same time, and
yes,
it's like,
of
okay,
course.
this tone will bring me this color. And this stroke is because of this moment in the music piece itself. Wow, wow. Are you inspired by certain artists, like that you actually took their style, or you made up your own style? I mean, what kind of art do you call this?
This is not. Maybe I didn't. I am still learning and trying new things, and I just did an abstract painting
Okay.
recently.
Okay.
I didn't finish it yet, but it's a new thing for just an interior design.
Okay.
And I didn't try this before, and I'm still discovering my own style in art. But mostly it shows a little, you know, like I have my own line. I get this from
Okay.
a lot of people.
Okay, I mean, what I see is all mostly oil painting, right?
No, this is acrylic.
Acrylic, well,
Yeah.
you know, we learn every day. We learn every day. And this coming from a guy who's been interviewing a lot of artists, I still make some mistakes. But so this caught your attention, like unlike pencil or watercolors, this what makes you feel like zen, I would say, in the moment, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
I maybe it was only, yeah, it was 2019 when I started to paint. I was drawing my whole life. In 2019 I started using acrylic colors on canvas,
Okay.
and I knew that that was my thing because I was so happy playing with colors and messing around.
Mm.
And that was really my thing. I knew it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
And since 2019 I didn't have a break because I knew that this is me. This is what I should do.
I mean, with your smile right now and your vibes, it really shows, definitely.
Yeah.
Tell us about what's happening over there. All those eyes staring at different places, moments.
What do you see?
They
I like to see.
okay,
Eyes
I
on
see that they're seeing. But it's okay, let's see. You got four colors. Red, yellow, green, and blue. They all have two eyes. Two eyes. But one is located on their chest or maybe somewhere, out of their heart maybe, and then you have pretty much what's happening on the face. So are we talking about people being judgmental with different perspectives?
Yes, it's about how everyone is different in their own way,
Okay.
and yet people still judge each other. And this is actually inspired by a book,
A book. What book was that?
Surrounded by Idiots.
Surrounded by Idiots. I actually just got that book last week.
Really?
Yeah, I got the colors from the title
yes,
itself.
it says that we are not surrounded by idiots. We are just different from each other.
I like the
That's
idiots
the
part.
point.
I was like, which idiot am I? Now I see. It's pretty much the four colors that pretty much
Yes.
were on the title of the book itself. That is brilliant. I think the author should know about this. Send him an email.
I should.
You should. What are you talking about? Of
Thanks
course
for
you
the
should.
idea.
Oh, definitely. You never know. Maybe in his next edition, that's going to be the cover. Okay. So moving on to the roses.
Yes.
That got my attention. It's like when I saw it, I'm like, I'm feeling the coffee shop jazzy style right now. I can see that painting at the backdrop of a jazz band while I'm just sipping on my coffee and listening to some jazz music. Or in your case,
So
maybe it's
my
Beethoven.
This is called optimistic
Yes.
because everything is black and white, and the background is black, and she is getting a lot of what should I say? A lot of bad things happen to her life, but she still see the world with her eyes. Her eyes are roses, so it doesn't matter what happens. She's just focused on what's good in her life.
Wow.
Yeah. So this girl is, whatever happens to her life, she's still optimistic, and she still see her way, see life in her way, in her positive way, in
Wow.
her beautiful
Wow.
way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Very expressive, very reflective.
Thank you.
Now the question is, where are you going to head with all of this? What's any future plans, or are you going to just continue doing what you're doing right now and
No,
experiencing
I
new
have
stuff?
a lot of plans.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you share a little bit?
Sure. First I want to join a lot of art exhibitions, specifically the Bahrain Fine Art exhibition. Hopefully
Okay.
this year
inshallah.
I'll register. Yeah, and I want to make my own exhibition.
Let's go.
Yes.
Any certain country? Bahrain maybe? You want to start with, where do you
I'll
want to
start in Bahrain. Yeah, I'm so proud to be a Bahraini artist
Okay.
and live here.
Okay.
So I'll start with my country, and then I'll move
Where
Ah.
to?
everywhere. Specifically, I wanna Italy, Paris.
Italy.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I like
Okay,
those countries.
well, can't wait to see
They're
you in
so
Italy.
artistic.
Well, I'm sure I'm gonna walk by in Italy having my pizza on the side. I'm like, is that what? Let me go say hi to her. Hey, what you been doing? Oh, you're here. You actually, oh, you fulfilled your promise. Well, thank you so
Hopefully.
much for such an inspirational, chill talk, if I may say.
Yeah.
Any last words to your viewers?
Well, whatever your dream is, don't stop there. Just keep going. I'll just tell whoever wants to achieve their dreams that every negative thing or any negative word they are getting, just turn it into a positive thing to keep moving forward. Like, this is the key.
That's the key.
Yeah.
Well, Wad, it's been a beautiful talk. Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
sharing your beauty and sharing your art right here on Bahrain Now. And we can't wait to see you possibly in Italy, maybe?
Maybe.
Let's
Hopefully.
go. Let's go. Maybe
Yeah.
from Bahrain Now to Italy now over there. Well, thank you so much for being with us
You're
right here on
welcome.
the show.
Thanks for having me.
Pleasure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, keep moving forward. And that's the key. All that took place in a talk right here on Bahrain Now. Well, viewers, we have reached the end of today's episode, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, featuring our amazing lineup of guests. Don't forget to tune in for tomorrow for more amazing segments. I'm Bara Abdallah. Until next time, Bahrain, good night and God bless.